Come on in, Facebook. I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. See them lobster tails? And I'm going to show you all. I'm going to season those lobster tails with my Cajun shrimp powder seasoning. Look at that. Come on in, Facebook. Come on in. I love you all also. So, hey. Oops, I gave you all a headache. That's his stand. This stand has lost its composure. So we're going to get started here. And what I want to do first, I want to season our lobster tails with my Cajun shrimp seasoning. And I'm going to place these in the oven with the Cajun shrimp seasoning. And we're going to turn it over. I can tell you all this. Ooh, baby, this is about to be so good. Look at that. Ooh. Oh my goodness. This is my Cajun shrimp seasoning. I dehydrate my Cajun shrimp seasoning. So I have my little bowl here. I gotta put a little bit more right here. And I'm gonna place this right here. Let me tell you one thing. The same way you put those tails in, if you put those tails in like that, if you put them in like that, that's how they gonna cook, just like that. You put them in like that, but if you spread them out like a butterfly, that's the way they gonna form, like a butterfly. Okay? So when I take it out, you'll be able to see. So I'm gonna put that there. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to get me some butter. And I'm going to add some butter to this. And I'm going to turn this, oh, let me see, let me turn this down some. You just a little bit too high. You need to slow down. Slow down, low down, slow down. Slow down, slow down. So we're going to come here and we're going to put some butter. Because it don't take long for lobsters to bake in the oven. But we want to make sure they're well covered with some butter. Take back and get me a napkin. And I'm going to wipe around here. So I have my Cajun shrimp powder. We're going to add just a little bit more. We're going to put it on the tail, even though we're not going to eat the tail. And then we're going to spread this tail out, because the same way you put it in is the same way it's going to come out. If you put it in all bundled up, that's the way it's going to come out. So if you want your tails to come out like that and you want it to be pretty and give you a definition for it, this is how you do it. And I'm just going to put this in the oven. Place it in the oven. So what we have here, we have our onions, finely chopped onions. We have our celery. We have our green bell peppers. And we have our red bell peppers. Okay? This is for our... What we making? Can someone tell me what we making tonight? Yes, I make the rice separate. So we're going to add all of our veggies. Finely cut, separated. Now we're going to incorporate it together. We're going to wash this bowl out and place it to the side. Hold on. And we're going to stir this up. We're going to bring you all a little closer. We're going to bring our Cajun shrimp seasoning, my Cajun shrimp seasoning. Tamika, you back? We're going to turn this up a little more. And we're just going to let this marinate. And then I'm going to add some Cajun shrimp seasoning to this. And then we have our crawfish tails right here. Our crawfish tails. Y'all see that? Yeah. So one thing that you want to do with this is not let the crawfish tails overcook. If you let your crawfish tails overcook and they turn into a shell and get like this, if they look like that, that means that you overcooked them. You don't want them to look like that. Okay? Then we're going to come right here and we're going to add some of my Cajun shrimp seasoning. Oh, because we're going on Cajun style tonight. Yeah, my Cajun shrimp seasoning. Ooh, I know this is about to be so good. Look at that. Already. Already, though. I know I'm late, but I got a date. Y'all can follow me on TikTok. I'm about to go on TikTok in just a little bit. I want to listen to me some music. Oh, yeah. I want to tell YouTube and anyone else, crawfish etouffee, yes. I know, Earl Taylor, I know you wish you was here, baby. It's all right. It's all good, Earl. Y'all see that? Look at that. Don't it look good? If it look good, give me a number 9 in the chat. I ain't say 10, but I just want to say 9 because it's not fine yet. I want to say 9 because it's not fine. So I have crawfish, the crawfish, I have the celery, I have the onions, I have the red bell peppers, I have the green bell peppers, and then we're going to be adding some chicken broth to this. A little chicken broth. It don't matter. I'm going to tell you something. It don't matter, really. It really don't matter what brand. It really don't matter what brand you buy. Because I'm going to tell you one thing. The name stands for itself. You could, I have great value. And guess what? That great value is going to do the same thing as a name brand. Now, what I won't do is buy cheap veggies. I'm not going to buy cheap veggies because they come in with all kind of stems and all that. That's why I like to make my veggies fresh. So we're going to add us a little flour to this. And we're about to make us some crawfish etouffee. Baby. Look at that. Look at it. Hey, Juanita. So Juanita said 9. 9. I see them 9s over there. Hold on, let me go over here to, I see you, YouTube, JB, Delicious. I see Kimberly C. Yes. I see Kimberly C. I see Diana. I see Riri. I'm talking to the YouTube. I see Riri. I see Audrey. Hey, Audrey. Hey, Audrey. Hey, Audrey. Hello, Bridget. Hello, Kimberly. Hello, Diane. Hello, 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 YouTube. Thank you all so much. But look at that. Let me turn my lights on. This is my stove, and I still be turning on the wrong burner every time. Okay, so now what we're going to do, we're going to add us a little flour to this. We're going to let that saute for about 2.5 seconds. Now we're going to let it saute for a little bit longer than 2.5 seconds. We're going to let it saute long enough for me to put my chicken fried seasoning up in here. And yes, I do have a chicken fried seasoning. Ooh. It's right there. Oh my. And then we're going to add the broth. Oh boy, I made a mess. I've been doing good all this time. So the flour has absorbed the grease that's in there. And then after I add the other ingredients, it's going to bring that grease out. Now see that? We're going to put that right there for a minute. I want it to be, hold on, because I gotta get that up to there. Hold on, wait a minute. Let me get some seasoning in it. Oh, I'll take that down. I want to add a little more flour to it. Just a little more. And we're going to add our broth. And after we add our broth, we're going to add our crawfish. Because it's just about ready. Oh yeah, look at that. Look at here, look at here. Let me open this up, right here. I'm trying to embarrass you on these little things right here. Y'all better start playing with me. I'm not new to this, I'm true to it. We're going to add us some broth. Listen to the sizzle, my dizzle. Ooh. Listen to that. Let's put that right there. Y'all see that? Facebook, what's happening? Oh, Cherise, you talking about is all purpose with a twist? No, all purpose with a twist is not in here tonight. Oh, Cherise, you trying to stir up some stuff? Inbox me, Cherise. Inbox me. Inbox me, boo. Look at that. Ooh, yes, sir. Add a little more chicken broth. And we're going to turn this fire down some more. And after it simmers a little bit more, we're going to add our crawfish. Hey, hey, hey. Oh. I'll put it to the side over there. That means I'm just about finished with that. Look at that. Look at that right there. Oh, y'all know what? I forgot to turn on the oven. Baby, when I looked in there and I saw that shrimp look like it would need some help, I said, damn it. Ooh, look at that. Look at that right there. Name anyway. Hey, name anyway. Hello, Melanie. Good evening, everyone. Good evening. Y'all see that? And then I'm going to add these crawfish. Y'all see that juice right there? That's going to bring so much more flavor to this dish. Look at that. Just like I want it. Just like I want it. Y'all better stop playing with me. Eartha said, when I think of goodness of Jesus, hey, go ahead on, Eartha. Eartha, that's what I'm talking about. Now, one thing about it is you cannot add your crawfish in too early. So, let me do a taste test on this seasoning so I can see if I need to add anything else. Oh my gosh. Oh my. Let me add just a little bit more of my Cajun seasoning right here. Just a little more of my Cajun seasoning. I might drown it. Ooh-wee. Y'all see that? Look at that. That's that crawfish to die for. We're going to die for this one right here tonight, boo. Yeah. Look at that. Oh. Somebody's banging on my door. They are ringing my bell. I'm going to do you a favor. I'm going to let you in. Come on in, baby. I don't care. Come on. Now we're going to, let me show you what we're going to do. Get ready to do now. We're going to add this crawfish. Yeah. Lord, have mercy. Help me now. Help me. I'm going to need somebody to help me over here. Help me. I'm trying to wash out my dishes over here. I don't like a lot of dishes. And we're going to put this one in the trash. And we're going to stir this up. Sometimes I put shrimp in here. But tonight, we're going to just let it roll. We're going to let it roll. Lean with it, rock with it, baby. Lean with it, rock with it. Lean with it, rock with it. We're going to turn you down. We're going to add just a little water. Just a little. Just to help simmer it a little bit. Yes, indeed. And we're going to add us some butter to our rice. For the ones that sit back and think, oh my God, why you eating rice, you eating this, you eating that, but baby, you better check this out. This crawfish etouffee, and I'm not stingy. I have about 15 more packs, not 20, but about 15 more packs in my refrigerator. Stop playing with me. I'm going to put that right there. I'm going to put this here because I'm going to lay that there. And then what I'm going to do, let me tell y'all what I'm going to do. I'm going to add some of my buttery seasoning because I love that buttery seasoning on my rice. I love my buttery seasoning on my grits. And we just going to sprinkle it on top. Just like that. Who want to be on the Soul Train line? We're going to be on the Soul Train line tonight. Bam! We're on the Soul Train line. Oh my. Please don't let your crawfish overcook. If they turn into a little, if they turn in and try to, and start looking like a, who wants some? Who wants some? You at the door? Are you ringing my bell? I'm going to do you a favor. I'm going to let you in. Come on, YouTube. Come on, YouTube. Look at this. Look at that. Etouffee. Crawfish. Etouffee. Seasoned with Mary's Amazing Catering Seasoning. Look at that. Never let your crawfish overcook. So you know what? This is doing a great job. We're going to put that right there. We're going to put you all back over here. And then we're going to come and look at our tails. We're going to look at our tails. Hold on. And see what our tails are doing. I'll make me some Jamaican food when I come back from Houston. Oh my goodness. I know this is so scrumptious. Y'all need to stop playing with me. I'm not new to this. I'm true to it. Let's get that on the tails also. Let's spread the wings. The same way you put it in, that's the way it's going to come out. I'm ready to eat. This is taking the look at that. Okay, we're gonna turn our rice off. Ooh, woo! Y'all look at that rice right there. You'll be saying, what in the heck do you have going on, lady? What you have going on? I love me some basmati rice. You cook this rice to your perfection, it's going to always come out the way you want it to come out. Basmati rice. Oh, my goodness. My goodness. Y'all see that rice? That's a rice right there. This type of rice that separate love and hate. Hey! Yes! That rice will separate love and hate. But I haven't been seeing it lately. I haven't been seeing it because people still be hating. They're going to hate anyway. And guess what? Guess what else? And so we're going to turn this off because we don't want this to overcook. Well, I don't want the crawfish to overcook. Y'all see that? Look at that. Yeah. Look at that. Come on in. Come on in, YouTube. Share the page. Come on. You would love a plate. Oh. Phyllis, I would love to feed you a plate. Guess what? I'm having a mini-meet September the 12th through the 15th. So if you really wanted to taste a plate, you'll come to the mini-meet. Yeah. So, let me turn you all back around because I'm waiting on my lobster. Oh, I'm waiting on them lobsters. This is looking so good. Who wants some? It's really sad. Facebook, you are really, 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 really sad. You're so sad till it's sad. I can't wait till you all start losing all your views. I can't wait till Facebook start losing all their views. You all need to stop following Facebook for real. Stop following them. Facebook is a joke. Seriously, they are a joke. They turn off the notifications for anyone that want to follow a content creator, black followers that they mess with. They turn them off. You all pick up the math. If I have 307,000 followers, Why would I only have 296 people watching? Because they have turned off the notifications to any follower that want to follow any content creator, not only myself, but any other content creator, our color. They turn them off. They turn them off. So how long are you all going to let Facebook control your page? James C., I'm on Facebook so that I can bring my followers over to YouTube. I'm not only on Facebook, I'm on Facebook and YouTube so that I can bring my followers over to YouTube so that I can get off of Facebook. That's why, James C. Wilson. So if you're not following me on YouTube, make sure you're following me on the correct page, because right now I am on Facebook and YouTube right now. Hey! It's called transition. Transition. Some good old crawfish etouffee. Look at that. Ooh, look at that right there. Please don't overcook your crawfish. You can let them cook. Always make sure your crawfish is added last. Just like when you have okra, always make sure your okra is added last. Don't add it in the beginning. So I turned it down so that my crawfish will not overcook. I don't like overcooked shrimp. I don't like overcooked crawfish. So guess what? You'll always tell if your crawfish is overcooked. It's going to curl up. It's going to curl up into a ball. And that's when you know you have overcooked it. Hey. Facebook know. They know Facebook know they can make money off of me. But they choose not to. Because they want to control you all. You all are the ones who let them control you. Stop following them. Stop following Facebook. When people stop following Facebook, they will see the damage that they made. I'm checking on my, ooh, Lordy, have mercy. Look at that lobster. Ooh, if you all can see this lobster. Hold on. Yeah, this spoon I'm looking for right here. Look at that. We're going to put this on top of our crawfish. It don't take long for lobster and shrimp to cook. So, whoo, this lobster is ready. It's just hot on my hand. Even though I had this on, let me put it right here. Because it's ready. It's ready like Freddy. Dang. I messed up my dang on glove. Okay, so I'm ready to make a plate. Yeah, I guess I am. I'm gonna eat. Because you know what? This is so good. Gene Davis, I am so happy you haven't had a problem getting a notification. Not on YouTube. You won't get that. So, I'm about to make my plate. And you all know I love to make a good plate. A nice plate. Take that, put that to the side. Let's put this to the side. Let's get us some rice right here. And put our rice right in here, just like this. I have my buttery chicken season in this rice. We're gonna mash it down, not a whole lot. Just mash it down a little bit. You come here and you're gonna take your plate. And you're gonna do it just like this. We're gonna put it in the middle. What? What? And we're gonna have a beautiful set of rice. Then we're gonna take our crawfish and place it around this plate. And we're going to sit it right there. And I'm going to come back over here. I'm going to clean my plate off because I don't want my plate dirty. And we're going to make a nice, clean, squeaky plate. Well, then we're going to take our lobster tail and put it on top. Just like that. Then we're going to take the second lobster tail and put it on top. Just like that. Baby! Then we're going to get us a napkin. And we're going to take this and we're going to put this on top of that. Who wants some? Who wants some? Because baby, it's on and popping. I just love to make a beautiful plate. I may not eat all this food on here, but I just love to make a beautiful plate. Stop playing with me. I'm not new to this, I'm true to it. So now I'm going to bring it over there to you all so you all can see it. Facebook. Here we go. Y'all see that? Can somebody take a screenshot of this for me, please? Take a screenshot of this and send it to me. Because I can't get it right now. But look at that. Whoa. Whoa. Who wants some? I'm coming to you, YouTube. Hold on, YouTube. Here I come. YouTube, look at this. Hey, Gene Davis. Hey. You want to see that? YouTube, do you see that? Look at that. Ain't nothing but some goodness right here. All good in the hood. Look at that tail. Look at that lobster tail. Look at that lobster. Look at those lobster. Oh. Stop playing with me. I keep trying to tell you all, I'm not new to this. I'm true to it. That's our crawfish etouffee, our lobster, and our crawfish etouffee with rice. Boom. Come on now. I don't know who followed the plate last night, but somebody about to follow this plate tonight. I don't know. I got to get a grip. Hold on. I got to get a grip on this. I need to get a grip. It's hot. YouTube, come on. YouTube, I think you followed this plate last night. I think you followed the plate last night. Oh, my goodness. Facebook, here I come. I'm coming, Facebook. I am coming. Y'all ready like Freddy? You can't have that on there. I need to give me a fork because I want to taste this. I'm about to take some of this to my cousin Bay tomorrow. My cousin Bay gonna love this. All that I have left over is going to my cousin Bay. I need to get some hot sauce. Okay. So, let me move this plate over here. This over here. Let me bring you all right here, YouTube, and let me turn you all around on me, the famous Cooking with Mary's Amazing Catering. Hello, Jean. And you haven't had a problem getting your notifications. That's what I'm talking about, Jean. Yes, sir. So we're going to turn this around. And we're going to taste this. We're going to see what this tastes like. What y'all want? Y'all want some? Who wants some? Tell me who wants some. Yes, sir. Crawfish etouffee with lobster on top. Oh, yeah. I was looking for my fork. But I had to have some hot sauce with this. Some Louisiana hot sauce. Yes. Louisiana hot sauce. So, if you all watch this live, I cooked the crawfish etouffee with the lobster tail on top. Finger looking good. And then we're going to add us some hot sauce on the outside of this. We're going to put the top back on it. What you say, Papa Do's what? Barbara? You said Papa Do's what? Papa Do's don't have nothing on this. Boom, 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 boom. Hey. I love it. So let me say my grace. God is good and God is good. God is good and God is good. And I want to thank you for my food tonight. I want to give all my thanks to everyone who watched me prepare this food tonight. I want to give all my thanks to everyone who sit back and enjoy the live. I want to give all my thanks for the ones who sit back and enjoy the live with no negativity. Because I want to be the best. I can't be the best, but I want to be who God set me out to be. And I'm going to say thank you, God, and hallelujah. And hallelujah. I'm about to eat. I thank you all so much. Ooh, Lordy, have mercy. Stop playing with me. I'm not new to this. I am true to it. No matter what the next person. Can you all imagine how many people have learned off of me? Stop playing. They'll never admit it. I didn't get my napkin. Oh my goodness. Gene. Baby, I'm gonna tell you, this is so good. This is so good. Gene Davis, thank you so much for the $5 super chat. Thank you. I truly want to thank you so much, baby. Because you all know I'm not going to eat too much of this. Audrey, this is so good. I'm making this at my mini meat. I'm going to make them some crawfish etouffee for the first night that they get there. And guess what? You don't taste all that salt. I don't want to taste salt. I don't want to taste any of that. What I want to do, I just want to taste the good food. So, you know how I told you all the same way you put it in is the same way it's going to come out. Just like this. So now we're going to take a bite. You all know what? I gotta go. This so daggone good. I can't stay on social media. I gotta go. Ooh, Lordy. That lobster right there. What? You're going to do it like this. Take your finger and come right up, right behind it and bring it right there to your mouth. And say, I got you. Michelle Brinkley, why in the world would you even think that somebody been drinking? Why would you even think that? You so stupid. You so stupid and unminded on social media to where it's unreal. Been drinking? No, I haven't been drinking. But one thing that I can say about you, you are delusional and you are stupid. So go find you somebody, another page to follow on. I'm just happy-go-lucky. Something that you will never, ever know about until you run across my real me. Now, if you come to me in the right way, and ask me that in my face, you might get pulled up in your face, okay? Why can't I just be happy? Because you just so unhappy. You want to think, oh, just because a person is happy, they have to be drinking. Baby, I haven't been drinking. I have a date tomorrow. I have to get up. I have to go drive tomorrow to Houston tomorrow. So, go mind your own business and find you somebody else to play with. Because me, I am not the one for you to play with. Go and find you a Black and Mild and sit on your balcony and smoke it. Okay? And even if I was drinking, what business is it of yours? What does it have anything to do with you? I am a grown woman. I do what I want to do. I live the way I want to live. I'm happy the way I want to live. See, one thing for certain, two things for sure. You all don't want to see anybody happy. What you want to bring the next person down. But you'll never be able to bring me down. You want to know why you can't bring me down? Because I've been covered through the grace of God for many of years. Stupid. So go find you somebody else to play with. Brinkley, you talking about somebody being defensive? No, what you don't want me to sit back and say what I really want to say to you. I can really cuss your ass out, but I'm not going to do that because that's what you're looking for. I'm not going to give you that at all. Exactly, Shirley Faye Brown. Hold on. Let me, hold on. But see, what a lot of people don't like, they don't like to see people happy. So, but when they see you happy, they want to try to come in and try to think that they can bring you down. Baby, let me tell you something. None of you social media keyboard, because that's what you all do, because you will never say that in anyone's face. Say it to my face. Say it to the next person's face. You'll never say that, because you want to know why? Because you are a keyboard person. Baby, I have more morals and a whole lot of dignity that I can bring to you that you will never know how to handle your own self. You'll never know how to handle yourself. You want to know why you can't handle yourself? Because you wasn't loved way back in the day. Because you're stupid. You're stupid. You don't want to see people on the next person on my page saying they're happy, they're doing this, they're doing that. You don't want to see that. But what you want to see is, you want to see dividing. You want people to divide with me. But it's not going to happen. You want to know why? Because I am who I am, and I'm going to continue to be who I am. If I want to cuss you out, I'll cuss you out, because I can do that. But you know what? I will always have more respect for myself than what you will ever have for yourself. Okay? For the person that sat back and said what you said. You cannot break me, and you are not going to be able to be the person that will make me in life. You want to know why? Because I'm covered through the grace of God, and I've been covered. You know what? They always said they have enemies in the church house. They have enemies in the grocery store. They have enemies that walk down the street. They have enemies that sit back on social media and think that they can break the next person down. Boo, you cannot break me down. I've been on social media for how many years? You can't break me down. You need to stop trying. You're going to be all right. When all your swelling go down, you kind of swole. And you're going to be all right one day. One thing for certain and two things for sure. I am a woman first. And I'm God's child. You cannot take stress away from me. You cannot take guidance away from me. You cannot take God away from me. But what you can do is sit back and get on your knees and pray and ask yourself, why are you so evil? Why are you still dealing with the demons that you're dealing with throughout your life? Okay? So when you come for me, you better come for me the right way. You better come for me the right way. Because the right way is not your way. I will break you all the way down, boo. Stop playing with me. I'm not new to this. I'm true to this. I'm 62 years old. So do you think for 1 minute that I will sit back and let a person think that they can come on social media and think, and you never met me before a day in your life, and you think that you can come back and shine me down like this? Baby, I've been shining. And you'll never understand the shine that I get on a day-to-day basis. You know, we all go through trials and we go through tribulations. But the biggest thing that we ask for in life is for God to guide us in the right way. And for one thing for certain and two things for sure, you have not repent all the sins that you have did here on social media. So go find somebody else to play with, boo. Because I'm not the one for you to play with at all. You had that keyboard experience, but you will never come to my face. I will challenge you to come to me, face to face, toe to toe, and we'll be together. I'm going to be in God's grace. You'll never be able to do it. You want to know why? Because you are a coward. Okay? Something that I will never be. I will never be anyone's coward. Okay? So go find you somebody else to play with. I promise you I will. Oh, you so hateful. You so jealous. You so calm down. What's your name? Michelle Blakely. You are really hateful. You are a hateful person. I can tell you were never loved in your whole life. You were never loved in your whole life. You said, I promise I will. How can anyone have so much hate in their life to promise someone that they will do something to them in their life? And someone that they never even met in their whole life, why would you do that? That comes from hate, and it comes from hurt, and it comes from you not being able to feel the life that you feel. You don't know. You are a hurt person. And I tell you one thing for certain and two things for sure. They always say hurt people hurt people. But you will never be able to hurt me. You may have to come up on me. And if you do, let me tell you one thing for certain and two things for sure. You'll be doing my family a favor. Because guess what? They will get the biggest life insurance policy on me. If you come and do anything to me, they will get the biggest life insurance policy on me. Because I do have a policy. So do what you want to do. Say what you want to say. Feel the way that you want to feel. You are a hurt person in this world. You will only be doing my family a favor, and they're going to be, you know how they say the rich get richer? They're going to get rich off of me. Boo. So do it. You think I don't have a life insurance policy? Let's do it. Let's do it, boo. Challenge. I will sit back here. And everything that I have and I gained here at this home, all my girls will gain off of everything. So you will not be hurting me. You will progress my girls in life. Stupid motherfucker. Yeah, I'm stupid, huh? I'm stupid because you can't understand me. I'm stupid because you can't understand me because you jealous. You jealous, huh? What's your name? Blakely. You jealous. Why you jealous? Why you hating? You'll be all right when all your swelling go down. You kind of swole, huh? Can you all go check out that page right there? Check out that page, the one that keep coming on there talking about, oh, you stupid lady. I'm far from being stupid. I'm a grown-ass woman. I bet I never depended on a man in life. I bet I got my own place and everything else. What do you have? You stupid. Can you all go check out that Michelle Blakely? Go check that page out. Please, somebody go check that page out and tell me if it's a fake page. Because I know it's a fake page, because ain't nobody gonna come on my page and just talk. Are you smoking a black and mild on your balcony? Please tell me if you are. You stupid lady. Yeah, I'm stupid because why? I read you your rights. You'll be all right when all your swelling go down. You kind of swole right now, huh? You expect something different. Yes, I am. And she want to be a woman for God, but she don't know how to be a woman for God, because a woman from God, because she has someone, whoever that is, a he, she, have so much hatred in their heart. They don't know which way to go. They don't know if they want to go to the left side. They don't know if they want to go to the right side. They don't know which way they want to go. But they can come on my page and say something out the ordinary, and then y'all want to sit back and try to say, oh, well, why are you saying anything to her? Why shouldn't I say anything? You all think it's okay. Some people think it's okay for a person to come on the next person's page and say something out the ordinary. But when I back me up, see, Michelle Blakely, or whatever your name is, fakely, she smelled. Exactly, Shirley. I hate for people to sit back and say, do not let this get out of control, or do not let this do this, do not. But you all sit back. One thing that I do know is that you all sit back and look at the comments on social media, and you think, what I think, okay, I don't bother anyone, okay? I sit back and I mind my own business. I don't get on social media. I don't cuss people out. I don't do this. I don't do that. I do my own thing. But the minute that someone comes on social media and someone says something out the ordinary, then the next thing the next person want to say is, oh, well, you don't have to go toe to toe. You don't have to do this. You don't have to do that. But it's okay for you to sit back and read those comments, huh? It's okay for you to sit back and read those comments, and then you sitting back saying, oh, well, should I believe or should I not believe? Should I believe in marrying or should I not believe? Baby, let me defend my own self. Let me defend myself. That's what's wrong with a lot of you. You all want to sit back on social media and go by what the next person is saying and how they feel. You all don't know a damn thing about me, okay? You only know what I tell you. Let me tell you who knows something about me is Shirley Faith, that's on here. She know a whole lot about me. She know I am not that girl, all right? So stop playing with me. Enough is enough. You are not going to arouse me to use profanity and cuss you out. I'm not going to do that. I have more dignity within myself than what you will ever have within your own self. So go find somebody else to play with. You want me to sit back and cuss you out so you can report my page, but you're so confused because you're trying to figure out why this lady won't cuss me out. You want to know why I won't? Because I have more sense than what you will ever have in your whole life. I am a person that will sit back and just hey, I can accept the cursing, but I don't have to do it myself. So if you're sitting back waiting on me to do that, you're going to be sitting back waiting for a very long time. I will cuss you out in a nice, nasty way. Yeah, Blakeney, you say you be tripping, lady. No, I be telling your fake page off. You mad because I'm telling you, you say you be tripping, lady, and want to try to put some laughing emojis behind it. No, you just not understanding that I'm not going to go there with you, dummy. You dumb. And I'm leaving you on here because I want you to continue to comment. Baby, I didn't curse nobody out. I didn't use no MF and none of that. So find out what the real definition is about cursing somebody out. Go find somebody else to play with. You must be one of her team members or somebody. Blakeney, your mind is telling you. Your mind is telling you to be hateful and to be deceitful. That's what your mind is telling you. But my mind is telling me is you're going to be good when all your good swelling go down. So let me get rid of you. And let me block you. Yeah. I just want to see a few more comments that she had to make. Because I noticed she was... I blocked her. Okay, and if I did say the word MF, okay, good. Exactly. I'm exactly, Shirley Faye. I've always been the person that I am. But you know what? If I use a profanity word, so what if I use a profanity word? The thing about it is you all want to sit back and try to judge someone. Y'all, how can you all judge anyone? Neither one of you know me. Only the ones that's been in my circle in any event. Y'all, you all are so delusional. Some of you all are so delusional till it's unreal. Some of you will sit back and accept the negativity and pretend. That's why I have friends like that. That's why I don't have friends like that. Some of you ought to sit back and accept the negativity and be on my page every day and say, ooh, I just love you. I love to see you cook. I love to see this. I love to see that. And some of y'all are just as fake as the ones that's out there bringing out the fakeness, okay? So stop with the bull crap. And then the next person will say, oh, well, you did say something. Okay, if I did say something, why would you repeat it? You want to know why you repeat it? Because you're sitting back listening and waiting for something to happen out of the ordinary. And I'm still going to be me. Break yourself, fool. That's why I don't have friends. That's why when I sit back and I talk to certain people on social media and I give them my phone number to call me, they call me direct. Baby, I don't have to fool with a lot of you on social media because a lot of you are fake. And waiting for the next person to go down. A lot of you don't want to see a grown woman like me that had retired in 2019. A lot of you don't want to see that because they are still in that same mentality where I gotta do this, I gotta keep getting up. Yeah, I can get up anytime I want to, but you know what? I'm no better than the next person. I am no better than the next person. I will never be no better than anyone else. Because the same way God give it to you, he can surely take it away. So you have to be careful what you do to people and towards people. Stupid mother. Ooh, y'all almost made me say it. Y'all almost made me say it. Whoa. Whoa. A lot of people sit back on social media and think, oh, their life don't stink. Their life is not there. Exactly. And you're supposed to have very few that you call your friends because everybody's not your friend and everybody's not your partner. And especially on social media. Mia, you said it. You said it, Mia. And you put it out there just like that. Just like that. I try to be as respectful as I can be to anybody on social media. But the thing about it is, I'm not going to sit back and let somebody disrespect me. I'm a grown woman. I'm 62 years old. I live my life. I have retired from my job after 25 and a half years in 2019. I am who I am. I am not who the next person wants me to be. I will spend, and I did, my time with the Lord. And I prayed and I prayed and I prayed all the hurtful times that I had at my job. But guess what? I survived. You want to know why I survived? I survived through the grace of God. Not through what somebody else wanted me to do. Not through what the next person wanted me to say. Not through how the next person wanted me to feel. See, in life, we have to have our own mind mentality. And we have to think for ourselves. We cannot let someone think for us. Because if I would let someone think for me, there's no way in the world I would have been able to retire from my job at the age of 56 years old. I was telling you all 55. I was 56 years old when I retired from my job. Okay? In 2019. See, people don't want to see that. They don't want to. I sit here on social media and I mind my business. I don't get into other content creators' business. I mind my own business. Let me live my life the way I want to live my life. You all cannot help me and I can't help you. But there's many people that have sent me a message and asking me to help them. And guess what? Through the faith of God, I help them anyway. So if you're looking for someone to sit back, I've been through trials, I've been through tribulations. Don't sit back and try to judge me. Don't sit back and try to figure me out. Don't sit back and try to accept what someone has told you in your ear. Exactly, and still looking younger. That's why they mad, because I'm still looking younger than what they looking like. You want to know why? Because there's beauty in my family, and they say that word, black don't crack. And I'm at the age I might have this bag up under my eye, but guess what? I'm still a woman. I still got it, and I still got it going on. Stop playing with me. Stop playing with God's child. I am God's child, and God has been protecting me for a very long time. See, God protect the ones that He know are obedient. He know that they're going to sit back and understand where He coming from. In order for me to understand, I got to understand where He coming from. I can't understand where I'm coming from. I need to understand where God is coming from. See, a lot of people don't understand that. They have to understand where God is coming from, not where the next person is coming from. And I learned that a long time ago. That's not why you want to date me. You don't want to date me because I'm not dating nobody. I'm not dating no one. I'm not dating no fools. You see how many crazy people's on social media? Do you think for 1 minute that I would date anybody on social media? There's too many crazy people. People are crazy. But what I can tell you all, let me tell you all a good story. And I'm going to give you all a great testimony tonight. And I probably gave this testimony before. But I want you all to understand how God favored me. How God looked out for me. See, some people don't understand in life how their days are numbered. The days are numbered, okay? But sometimes people don't understand how you can overcome those numbered days. See, you can live your life in a bad way, and you can look at your life in a good way. You can see what's going on in life for a lot of people to not know and understand. Okay? But what I can tell you is that I am truly covered through the grace of God. So a lot of people will sit back and say, well, how is she covered through the grace of God? I am. I am. And there was a time in 2022, because there's some people here on YouTube that don't know about this. But I'm going to speak, and I want people to understand a testimony in speaking is life, okay? And I am a true testimony. And I'm going to tell you all, that life is not promised to us, okay? We have to sit back and look at our trials. We have to sit back and look at our tribulations. So we sit back, I sat back, and I looked at my tribulations way back when I was in my earlier days, and I was a mean sister. I was a mean sister, okay? I was a mean sister. And my sisters and my brothers was mean to me. My brother was mean to me. I was the black sheep of the family, okay? So you all sit back and take this ride and listen how God will bless you throughout all trials and tribulations, okay? I was a black sheep. I was the one with the big teeth. I was the one with the big lips. I was the one, okay? But let me tell you about me. I was the one that God chose. See, there's always going to be a chosen one in God's life. I'm going to choose you. You are my chosen one. But it took me years to figure out, how did I become a chosen one? One thing for certain and two things for sure. I was chosen through the grace of God. And I'm not going to sit back and let nobody take that away from me. Tiffany, I don't understand why people be so mad, but people are mad because they don't have the life that the next person have. They was treated like as a kid, I was treated wrong. I was treated like a bully. I was treated like I'm just like that person. But you know what? I can bring light to anyone that sit back and say they wasn't happy. I wasn't happy. I can sit back and say I have a full testimony. Okay? See, when a person think that they know your life, they really don't know you. Especially the ones on social media. You don't know me. You only know what I tell you, but I'm about to tell you something. I'm about to tell all of you something. When God sit back and he look at you, and really, to be honest, there's a lot of things that I don't remember in my childhood life. So if a person sit back and they try to figure out, why do I remember this, that, and another? There's certain things my sisters used to come to me and say, well, Marion, do you remember this? And I tell them, I don't remember that. I don't remember that. Because I didn't remember that. Because God didn't want me to remember some things in my life, my childhood life, that could affect me when I become an adult. Okay? See, in life, some of us are chosen ones, and some people need to understand that. But it took me years for me to understand, how did I become a chosen one of all of my siblings? Make it make sense. God protected me for so many years to where you all don't even know. That guy that sit on social media, on his YouTube page, and try to belittle me and try to make me be out to, his name is Darnell, to make me to be out to someone, not Darnell Hibbler, I'm talking about it's another Darnell, to be someone that I'm not. See, a person can sit back and think that everything is okay. Everything is not okay with everybody. But you know what? God put me in a position to where he made it to where I couldn't remember some things. He made it to made it, and you all will never be able to understand how much, how many, and how much God took so much away from my memory to where I don't have to live that life and be evil towards someone. There's so many things that I cannot remember as a kid. And I love what God did for me. He protected me in that way because I am. And I found out when I was stabbed by my sister in 2022, 5 times by my sister in 2022, February of 2022. She stabbed me in my shoulder. First she got me in my stomach. She stabbed me in my left shoulder. No, let me take that back. She got me in my hand right here because I was guarding myself. Then she was able to get me in my stomach. Then she was able to get me after I fell to the floor. She was able to get me in my left shoulder. She was able to get me in my right shoulder. And what I can remember from her, and God kept me up every step of the way. And I give you all my grace. God kept me up every step of the way. And he said, keep moving. When she stabbed me in this left shoulder, she stabbed me in this right shoulder, she stabbed me in that left, she had already stabbed me in my stomach. And she stabbed me in this left shoulder, and she stabbed me in this right shoulder. In the left one and the right one. I heard her in the back. She said, "Oh, I got you now, bitch." I remember everything. Because see, God don't take it away from you. But I can tell you one thing for certain and 2 things for sure. It bothers me from time to time what happened back then. But I could still live my life. I still live my life. I still live my life. I almost left. My life was almost gone. But what I can tell you is that God was with me. Because I'm going to tell you how God was with me. Even though she stabbed me and I went to the floor, God kept me up every step of the way. I got on the, prior to that happening, I called the police. And when I called the police, I said, I can't exactly remember exactly what I said, but I did tell them that everything was okay. Everything was okay because I was ready to leave her place, my sister's place. But so I started taking. I had that day. I went to San Antonio, and the day I went to San Antonio, I went and bought like over $500 and something worth of groceries because I had an event of some food to cook for someone out there in San Antonio, some gumbo, and they came and they got their gumbo and everything, and all hell broke loose after that. But I remember everything because God put it. I'm still here today. I had a stab in my stomach. I had a stab in this left shoulder. I had a stab in this shoulder here. But I'm still here. I'm still here. And sometimes people don't know what the next person has been through in life. And I talk about it all the time. We don't know. I don't know what our supporters have been through in life. So just because I'm here, it doesn't mean that I haven't been through anything in life. I've been through something in life. So when a person want to sit back and try to criticize me and think this and think that, I'm covered through the grace of God. Let me tell you how I'm covered. Because even though I had all those stab wounds, and when I first called the police and I disregarded the call, The police still end up coming to my sister's place. And they knocked on that door. And I remember everything. So when a person think that they know me, you don't know me. You don't know my destination. You don't know what I've been through. You don't know how I feel. You don't know the trauma that I went through. The real trauma. Not something that somebody want to sit back and make up. And I still here love my sister here today. And I'm going to forever love her. But I was covered. I'm going to tell you all the story. When the police knocked on that door, because I canceled, remember I told you I canceled the call because I was about to leave. My sister threw all of my stuff outside. She threw everything outside. I went there on good faith. I had gumbo to cook for someone out there. And I cooked that gumbo. And after that, my life was almost gone. I had 17 stitches in my stomach. I had wounds on this left arm. I had wounds on this right arm that they couldn't stitch up. And they had to heal on their own. And I still had the scars for that. But one thing that I do know, through the grace of God, I don't care if it's your sibling, I don't care if it's your niece, I don't care if it's your nephew. The jealousy go everywhere. Jealousy is everywhere. And here today, I love my sister. I'm going to still love my sister. I'm not going to turn her into somebody else. See, they want to sit back. She want to sit back and say, she wanted me to accept acknowledgement of 90% of responsibility. Me being responsible. No, I cannot take 90% of that, because there's no way in the world that you're my sister and a conversation can get so deep to where you say, or your reaction is, I'm going to stab you. Because that wasn't her first time trying to stab me. I don't want to get anybody twisted. I love my sister, and I just saw my sister when my other sister came here during our family reunion. I love her, and I'm going to always love my sister. I'm going to always love my sister. And sometimes, you know, we sit back and we struggle on things that happened in the past. And I sit in here and I think and I look and I cook like nothing ever happened. But things happen. And people need to understand that the next person, the people that you are messing with and you're dealing with, you don't know what they've been through in life. I went through a lot. When that guy, Darnell, sit back and try to put pictures of me, not Darnell Hibbler, but that other Darnell person that's on YouTube, he sit back and he try to put pictures on me in my worst time of my life, of being down, as if I'm a drunk. You know what? Let me tell you all something. And I'm going to be really, really honest with you all. Back then, I was at I felt it was my own peak. I felt that I didn't have anywhere else to go. I felt that I could not move. I could not do anything else. I felt like
because I was stabbed so many times by my sister, but I was still graced. I was still blessed through the grace of God. And then this dude want to come and put my worst time of my life and make it seem like I'm a drunk. I'm going to tell you why. I did start drinking back then. But it wasn't like that. So when I got to thinking about things that happened back then, it brought back memories to me. You know, because I always tried to be who I am, not who the next person want me to be. But I am me. I'm a person that walk here on a day-to-day basis, and I thank God for me still being here on this in this life. But people sit back and they want to try to make and try to make you out to be someone that you're not. I was stabbed multiple times. And when people was looking for me on social media for 4 days, they couldn't find me on social media. So when I did surface to social media after that happened, I was still in the hospital. But I'm going to tell you how good God is. When my sister threw all the stuff outside, and I'm going to tell you all my life, this is my life, and how I have a testimony, and how I can overcome anything that anybody trying to bring to me. You can't break me down, okay? Because I already was broken down with stabs and wounds, and I could have been gone here off this earth. But what I want to say is that God kept me up every step of the way. You can't tell me that I wasn't God's child. You can't tell me I'm an evil person. You can't tell me that I'm someone that the next person want me to be. Okay? I am who I am. I am who God set me out to be. Because even after all those stab wounds that I had, and even after I canceled the call from the police coming and they come banging on that door, and my sister said, well, who is it? And they said, the police. She couldn't do nothing but open that door up. I was sitting on her chair, covered in blood. Okay? There's once upon a time I couldn't talk about this without breaking down and crying. Okay? But I know God got me, because I could talk about it. Once upon a time I couldn't talk about it without picking something up, a bottle up, and just saying, I can't do it. Because who does that? There's times that we all need to talk about something. I don't care what anybody think, okay? And one thing that I do know is that I love my sister. I still love my sister. I'm going to always love my sister. But I would never accept responsibility for what she did to me. Okay? I will never do that. We just saw each other during our family reunion. We saw each other during my sister Arlene's housewarming party. God, let me tell you all something. And I'm going to give you all this testimony. And I hope each and every one of you sit back and listen to this. Sit back and listen to what I'm getting ready to tell you. Even though I was on the floor, because see, let me tell you something. You know how you have a door frame? A door frame. So this door frame that was right there, after I put all my stuff at the, took all my stuff and put it at the front door, at her front door, because I was ready to leave. Even after I called the police and I disregarded the call and all that, I disregarded the call because I said I'm going to leave. Because that's what I'm going to do. I don't want competition. I don't want all of that extra stuff in my life. I went to my sister's house with good faith. And it turned out to be a nightmare. But what I can say, sister, if you're listening to me, I love you. I still love you. I'm going to continue to love you. But what she did to me that night, and how God covered me that night, even after being stabbed 5 times, my stomach, my left shoulder, my right shoulder, my hand over here, and one jab right there. I had all those stab wounds coming from my sister. Coming from my sister. Thank you. Thank you, Diane. But I'm going to tell you all a good story. And true. Even though all that happened to me, and I canceled the call, and probably about 15 minutes later, there was a bang at the door. Because my sister was throwing all my stuff outside, all the food that I bought, everything. And sister, if you're listening to this, I still love you. Everything was thrown outside. My laptop, my purse, everything. Cell phone, everything was thrown outside. Listen to me very well to what I'm telling you. I'm about to tell you. So I'm upstairs with all these stab wounds, and I'm still able to. The police come in. After they knocked at the door, they said, "This is the police department." I can give all my thanks to God, and I can. I can give all my thanks to God, and the reason why I can, because I sat there. I sat down when they came in. And the police kept asking me, "Are you stabbed?" And I kept telling them no, even though it's blood all over me. And they kept telling me, and I kept telling them, "No, I'm not stabbed." I kept telling them, "No, I'm not stabbed." And they said, "Ma'am, pull your shirt down." I had on a spaghetti strap shirt. You know, the spaghetti strap where it looked like a bra. And I didn't have no shirt on. And they said, "Well, pull your shirt down." I said, "Sir, I am not stabbed." So I was like really delusional. I was able to get myself up off the floor after my sister stabbed me. And I was able to go into the restroom and look at myself in the restroom. And I came back out. By the time I came back out, that was when the police was knocking at the door. And that's when they were saying, they came in and apparently they took my sister out right away and then I kept asking them, "Where's my sister? Where's my sister?" And then they sitting there and they're talking to me and they saying, "Well, ma'am, are you stabbed?" And when they started saying, "Well, ma'am, are you stabbed?" And I kept telling them, "No, I'm not stabbed. I'm not stabbed. I'm not stabbed. I'm good." So then when they So then when they asked me again, And so they kept asking me, was I stabbed? And so I turned around and looked to my left. And then when I looked to my left, I saw blood gushing out of my shoulder. And when I saw the blood gushing out of my shoulder, I'm like, and I still told them I'm not stabbed. I still told them that I'm not stabbed. I gotta move for a minute. So I still told them that I'm not stabbed. And they said, ma'am, pull your shirt down. Pull your shirt up. They wanted me to pull my shirt up. And blood was just everywhere. Blood was all in my sister's apartment. Blood was everywhere. And I'm still telling them I'm not stabbed. I'm good. And they said, and then I kept telling them, I asked them, where's my sister? And they told me that they didn't know where she was. And I said, well, where is she? And I told them at that time, they telling me I'm stabbed and all that. I said, I'm not pressing charges. And so he asked me one more time. He said, pull your shirt up. When I pulled my shirt up, I finally pulled my shirt up. I guess I was in denial and I just couldn't feel it. But you know what? God kept me up the whole time. God kept me up. And I was still there in that apartment. And he kept me up that whole time. And I sat back and they put me on a stretcher because they told me, because I told them, I said, I don't want to go to the hospital. I don't need to go to the hospital. And they said, ma'am, you are stabbed. You need to go to the hospital. I said, I'm not going to the hospital. I don't need to go to the hospital. And they said, ma'am, if you don't go to the hospital, we are going to arrest you. And when they told me that they was going to arrest me, I'm like, arrest me for what? I'm still in denial. I still don't know that I am stabbed. And so I'm looking at things, and finally, when they told me that they were going to arrest me, I agreed to them to take me to the hospital because blood was everywhere. And I said, okay. So they put me on a stretcher, and as they put me on that stretcher, I'm still up. After being stabbed 5 times, I'm still up. I'm still grace through the grace. I have this grace through God, and I'm still looking at things. I'm looking at everything that I bought to take to my sister's house. Like all the food, I bought like $600 worth of food, $500 to $600 worth of food. She threw everything outside. She threw my laptop, everything outside, my phone, my purse, everything. But guess what? As they take me down those stretcher, down those stairs, and I'm on a stretcher, and I'm still up, and I was able to tell them, that's my purse, that's my laptop, that's this, that's that. Can you get it for me? God kept me up all that time. So you can't tell me that I am not covered through the grace of God, because he kept me up all that time. Even after being stabbed 5 times, he kept me up. You all need to stop playing with me. And I was able to tell them everything that I had on that ground that I saw as them taking me down on that stretcher. But when I got into the ambulance that they took me to, the last thing that I remember was being at the hospital, and it was like 20, maybe 15 to 20 doctors in front of me who saved my life, who saved my life. And I'm still here today for this testimony, for where people sit back and try to judge me and think that, hey, this woman right here, I've been through what a lot of people been through in this life. I just don't talk about it all the time. But you know what? I feel like I got it out tonight. You want to know why? Because my sister came here. My sister was here. And she wanted me to give 90%, she told me, of responsibility of what happened that night. No, I'm not going to give you any percentage because I almost lost my life. That happened in February of 2022. And I'm going to tell you, the forgiving person that I am, that happened in February of 2022. That December, next December, when December came, I sent my sister a text because I told them at the hospital that I wasn't pressing charges against her. I wasn't going to press charges against my sister, and I never did press charges against my sister. But December of 2022, I sent my sister a message and I told her, I love you. I still love you. I forgive her for what she did to me, but I will never forget. So you trolls on social media that sit back and want to judge a person, you want to find something on someone, that was my life. You want to post pictures on me taking a drink when I was at my worst, do it. Because anyone that is able to retire from a job after 25 and a half years, and because you think that you came up with some type of news or put something on your news feed or whatever, I went through it. So you can say what you want to say about me. I'm always going to be me. And I'm always going to be myself. And here today, I'm going to still love my sister. You want to know why? Because that's the heart that I have. No matter, I had people tell me, well, you need to press charges on her. Well, you need to do this. Well, you need to do that. You know what? I don't need to do what the next person wants me to do. I need to do what God put in my heart. And my sister told me 3 weeks ago when I couldn't come back on live, when my other sister was coming here, and it was just something that she brought back memories, because she wanted to talk about what happened that night. I didn't want to talk. I can't talk about that with her. I could talk about it with you all, but I can't talk about it with her. You want to know why? Because it happened with her. And what will happen is, it's going to bring an argument between her and I when I have already forgave her. So why should I have an argument with her when I already forgave you in 2022? When I didn't press charges on you in 2022, So I've been dealing with this since 2022. And I'm still the person that I am here today. I am Marion. I am Marion's Amazing Catering. And no one can take that away from me. I am blessed through the grace of God. I survived all of that. And people want to still sit back and deny and think, oh, this. God gifted me. You know, we can do things in an evil way. We can do things in a smart way. And when my sister said to me that she want me to take, she said she'll take 90% of responsibility because we had a disagreement. No, I can't take that. But what I can do is forgive you. I can forgive you because let me tell you something. There was a time that I couldn't even see myself going forward when that happened. So when a person sit back and think that they could take my life for granted, they can sit back and think, oh, I got you, or I can say anything about you, or I can do anything. No, you can't. God covered me. He covered me. And I'm still here today after all the stab wounds that I have. Again, I don't have this shoulder here. This shoulder here. And my sister got behind me and said, oh, I got you now, bitch. She said it just like that. I'm going to pull all this hair out your head. So if anybody on social media think that it's okay, if anybody on social media think that I'm delusional, if anybody on social media think that I haven't been through anything, if anybody on social media think that I can't forgive someone, I can forgive. But there's no way in the world that I would ever forget. And the Bible says to forgive and forget, but he knows deep down you cannot forget. You can forgive a person through all your mighty mind and all this. You can forgive a person. But you know deep down you will never ever forget. Okay? And sometimes it still bothers me. My biggest and my strongest thing that I have is it was hard for me to be in my sister's presence when my other sister had her housewarming party and she was there. It was hard for me. But I don't want anyone to ever think just because it was hard for me, I'm a weak person. That just made me stronger. That made me bigger, and it made me better, and it made me stronger. See, one thing that I want everyone to understand, jealousy goes a long ways. It don't just happen with the people that's on the outside that's viewing you. It don't just happen to a person that's walking down the street that see you. Jealousy just don't happen when you see somebody at the grocery store. Jealousy don't happen when you're at the doctor's office and someone is right there. Jealousy just don't happen when you just sitting there at school and you're minding your own business. Jealousy is within your own siblings, okay? So if you think for 1 minute that you have a sibling that's not jealous of you, think twice about it. I love my sister, and I'm always going to love her. And I'm always going to sit back, and I'm always going to love my sister, no matter what she did to me. And I could have lost my life. But you know what? The thing about it is, when you have people out here in this world that think that they know you, they really don't know you. They really don't know what you've been through. Like a lot of you are on social media because you've been through something. So just because I'm on social media, it doesn't mean that I haven't been through something. I've been through something too. And I'm still fighting that battle. Jealousy is real. And I can ask this person, I can ask that person to help me, guide me in the right direction. Help guide me in the right direction. All I need is that guidance. We all need guidance. And you all help me with the guidance that I ask for. The guidance that I need, social media, to keep me where I am here today. Not where the next person wants me to be. Everyone has been through something. Michelle? Yeah, family will be your worst enemy. Family can be your worst enemy. You want to know why? Because family feel like they know the most of you. You know what? I've always been a private person in my family. I've always tried to be the most private person. But one thing that I don't like is for anyone to get in my business. That's why I'm such a private person. Don't get in my business. Don't ask me no questions, and I won't tell you a lie. I love you all. I'm finding out I had the chance. I know when Curlin was here, and I vaguely wanted to say something back then, but you know, I don't like talking in front of them because it gives them anxiety, especially my granddaughters, my grandkids. There's some things that I can mention and some things I don't mention around them. I will not, and I change the whole subject, but I have the opportunity. And back then, when I was on live, back then, when I was vaguely trying to talk about it back then, even though I had something to drink back then, you know, I did. Way back then when I was living in my house. Because it was new to me. And I didn't know how to handle it. I didn't know what to do. I didn't know how to feel. But then you have some people that sit back and they just want you just to brush it under the rug. You know, some things can't not just be brushed under the rug. This is fresh. It was fresh back then. So how can you tell me to be quiet? How can you tell me not to say anything? How can you tell me not to talk about it? Let me get my... They didn't want me to talk about it back then. But to be honest, even though I didn't have anyone to talk to about it, because I knew I couldn't talk to them. I couldn't talk to them. I couldn't talk to this person. I couldn't talk to that person, because everybody was just like everywhere and didn't know which way to go. But I can tell you one thing for certain and two things for sure. God kept me here. Even after all the stab wounds that I endured, I am still here today. That happened in 2022. And what is this? 2025. Okay? And I give all my thanks to God. I give all my thanks to Him for every step that He has measured for me. And for the haters and for the deceitful people that want to boggle in the next person's life and think that they... See, I am me. I can't be who you want me to be. I can only be who God set me out to be. And sometimes I sit back and I look at things and I say, you know what? Am I going to make it? Am I going to do this? Am I going to do that? Am I going to survive? But you know what? If I survive through 5 stab wounds, because I had 5 stab wounds, I know I can survive through anything. Social media, people that sit back and try to think that they know you, people that sit back and make lies up about you, people that think they sit back and they know you. You don't know me. People here on social media still don't know me. I am who God set me out to be. I have struggled through thick and thin, through heartache and pain. But I'm still here, and I'm still standing. And I give all my thanks to God. I got this off of me. And I don't ever want to talk about it again. I really don't. What I want all the utmost forgiveness that I have for my sister. I really, truly forgive my sister for what she did. I will not accept any responsibility at all. But I love my sister. I have people tell me I would have pressed charges, I would have did this, she would be in jail, she would this, she would that. But you know what? That's why I say everybody have their own mind of what they do. That's not my mind. See, sometimes we have to follow another mind. You can't listen to what Sue was saying over here. You can't listen to what Bob is saying right here. You can't listen to what Deidre, I'm just mentioning, saying some names. Deidre is saying right here. We got 3 names over here, and they all up in your head, and all these 3 names are telling you what you need to do. You know what I need? I need to come over here and stay from over there and go over here where God is telling me what I need to do. I don't need to listen to what Billy Bob and Sue and Sarah is telling me what to do. I need to pay attention to what God is telling me. He told me to have a good heart. He told me don't press no charges against your sister. Even though these ones over here saying, because they want to put you in their category. You can't always fall in the category that the next person wants you to be in. You got to come over here on God's side. See, they're the devils over here. They want to see people hurt. I didn't want to see my sister hurt. I don't want to see her going through heartache and pain. And she told me, when we talked a couple of weeks ago, she told me, she said, Mary, she said, I'm going through it. Ever since that happened, I am going through it. See, sometimes you just got to sit back and just wait and look. Not just wait. You just sit back. You don't have to wish bad on anyone. You don't have to do that. Because when a person knows that they did something wrong, God is going to show them a different direction that they need to pay attention to. Like all you trolls on here, one day God's going to show you all something that you're not going to be able to understand. See, I done survived 5 stab wounds, trolls. I need for you all to get where I am here today. Because I am a survivor. What are you? You still a troll. And keep being a troll. So I'm going to get off of here. Because I gotta go pay my water bill. I gotta go to the restroom. And I am so proud of myself. And the reason why I can say I'm proud of myself, because I was able to talk about this without shedding a tear. And that tells me that God is healing me through all of this. He's healing me. He is healing me through all. Because there's once upon a time I couldn't even think about it. I can look at the wounds and I would cry. And you all don't know what I went through back then in 2022. For a whole year and a half, I went through a whole lot. I went through a whole lot of trials. I went through tribulations. I went through picking up a bottle. I went through drinking. I went through. So there's nothing that you can't tell me that the next person don't go through at all. And I did. And that darnell person tried to use that against me. He tried to use me. Use my heartache and pain against me. Not Darnell Hibbler, but that one that they call Ghost Boy. He tried to use my heartache and pain, what I went through, against me. And put up my worst picture. Yeah, I have some bad pictures. But dude, you put up my worst pictures of when I went through heartache and pain of being stabbed. And you thought it was cute. You thought that you can do that. You thought that you was in control. Dude, you are not in control of me. God is in control of me. I have my life, my dignity, my pride, and something that you will never, ever, ever be able to take away from me. I was through near death. So if you can't match that, leave me alone. Because you'll never be able to be the person I am here today. I'm blessed and I'm highly favored. Just because you don't like me, I don't care. It don't matter. I am who I am. Yeah, karma is real. Karma is so real. Karma is real. And that day is coming. Trust and believe that day is coming. But anyway, I'm going to get off of here. I love you all. I'm still blessed. I'm still highly favored. I give all my thanks to God. I thank God for blessing me. I thank God for me being who I am. I thank God for pulling me out of that situation in 2022 and making me who I am here today. Stop playing with me. I tell you all the time, I'm not new to this. I'm true to this. Thank you all so much for tuning in. I hope I didn't give you all too much of a headache and make you all feel discomfort. Only thing that I want you all to know is that I am who I am, not who the next person want me to be. I am a survivor, okay? You know, you have some people that survive with cancer, some people that survive with wounds. I survived with 5 wounds, okay? So I give my thanks to you all for being here and understanding. And I hope that there's a night that I will never, ever try and talk about this again. I think this is a time that I feel like, even after all these few years, I still feel like I got something off my chest. Sometimes we just have to talk about it. I can't talk about it with my family. I can't talk about it with my family. But what I can do is talk about it here. You know, they say your business is never about. My mom always said your business is no one's business. But sometimes when you don't want to spill yourself out to your family, you don't want to spill yourself out to this person, you don't want to spill yourself out to that person, and you don't have anyone else to talk to, because sometimes people sit back and look at the next person as being, what's going on? So if I can sit back and look at myself and say who I am Marion. I'm still here today. Through all the trials and tribulations, the pain and everything that I went through, and still going through it here on social media where people want to judge me and say who I am and what they think and call me a drunk and call me this and call me that. I'm never that, okay? You know who I am? I am Marion, and I'm always going to be Marion. I retired from my job after 25 and a half years. There's no way in the world a person can retire from a job and be a drunk at the same time. Stop playing with me through the grace of God. I am who I am. Stop hating on me. You can learn from me. I have a testimony that I have more testimonies than this. Stop playing. God, I love you all. You all be good. And I'm going to get off of here. Sometimes you can confine. Yet sometimes you can confine in a stranger better than you confine in your own people. You really can. And that's happened to me plenty of times. I sit back and I talk to people because I didn't have people to talk to. Even that me being stabbed and all that, that was something that I never even talked about. But I can find myself talking to people when I was at work and talking to certain people. I can find myself talking to strangers, like at jobs that my contractors went to, and I'm there with them, and I would sit there and talk to the customers for like an hour or two, just talking to them. Or I can go over here to the next customer and talk to that person. I found my comfort in talking to more strangers than I found the comfort in talking to my own family. And that's real talk. Real talk. I'm glad you said that. I can't even remember your name who said it. But I found my comfort in talking to strangers more than talking to a person that is related to me. Yes, thank you so much. Let me find you. Doris, thank you. I appreciate you so much. But you know what? Facebook don't want to see positivity. They want to see negativity. That's what they want to see. It's up to you all to bring out the positivity. It's up to you all to go back and take control of your own page. It's up to you all to sit back and say, hey, I got this. Because, I started off with Facebook with Chef Man and I don't feel the pleasure anymore. I don't feel the excitement anymore. I just don't feel it. I just feel like, hey, I'm 62 years old. I don't have to struggle with this. I don't have to go through this. I don't have to do this. I don't have to live this way. I don't. See, there's many, y'all need to pay attention. There's many content creators that sit back and they put all kind of this and all kind of that on there because they got to keep themselves relevant. I barely even post on my page. I barely post. I barely post because Facebook has taken so much away till it's unreal. I'm at that age. If God covered me back then, He's going to continue to cover me. So, with that being said, I love you all. I am so proud of myself because I did not break down and cry through this. I am so proud of myself because I did not break down and cry. That's been since 2022, February 22nd of 2022. And now we are in 2025. Like in what, that's 3 years? And Linda Gibbs, I really believe I am God's child. I am. I told myself a long time ago, when my brothers and my sisters, they used to tell me, I had someone tell me, I'm not going to tell you the person's name, I had someone tell me that when my brothers and my sisters used to call me names and all that, because I was a little kid, I was a kid back then. They used to call me all kind of rude names, horse names and everything. But I look at life now, we all need each other. We all need each other. And then I looked at life and I said to myself, God, did you choose me? Out of all of my siblings, I'm the first one who retired from a job in my family. My other sister, she about to retire. I've never been on drugs. I've always taken the initiative to explore here, explore there, explore this person, explore that person. Look at this person that's on the street. Look at that person that's on the streets. I always had the opportunity because God set that in my life. So I had to say to myself, God, did you choose me out of all my siblings to be that chosen one? The one that they used to tease way back in the day. The one that they thought was so funny. The one, they me not being funny, the one that it was funny to them when they calling me names and all that. But you know what? I'm God's chosen one. And can't no one can take that away from me. No family, no friend, no sister, no brother, no husband, no niece, no nephew. Can't nobody take it away from me. God kept me here for a reason. Not for a season, just for a reason. He kept me. We're going to do the season and we're going to do the reason. But what I do know is I know who I am, not who the next person want me to be. Okay? And I'm going to say good night to everyone. Good night. Sleep tight. We're not going to let nothing bite. And I'm going to say, God loves you. That's what's important. Exactly, Tracy K. Thomas. Baby, when I saw that name, Tracy, ooh, boo. Baby, you must have bought it. Oh, I thought the devil was coming in. But you're not the devil. I love you. Much love to you all. I still have this joyful face. When y'all see me, y'all would never think that anything ever happened to me. But you know what? I give that to God. God gave that to me, and I'm going to give it to God. And He gave it to me, and I'm going to give it to Him. And I'm going to bless you all with the same guidance that God gave me and the same blessing that He blessed me with all those stab wounds. But you know what? Much love to you all. I got to go. Much love. I'll see you all tomorrow. Good night. Sleep tight. Pam. Hey, girl. Good night. Sleep tight. Don't let nothing bite. Boo. Good night.